Hello and welcome to today's class. Today we are going to be releasing our posterior pelvic floor. All you need is a space and one or two small massage balls with a little bit of give. Okay, so I will show you briefly on a little pelvis here. Here's our lovely pelvis. We have 4 bony landmarks in our pelvis: our pubic bone, 2 sitting bones, and our tailbone. All here is our pelvic floor. And what I want us to do is to place the prop not on our sitting bone, not on our tailbone, but that in-between area, this bit of musculature, which is part of our posterior pelvic floor or back of our pelvic floor. We are going to sit on that. So when you're ready, you've got your prop. You are going to sit down onto it. You can do this on the floor or on a chair, perhaps, whatever surface feels good to you. So not on my tailbone, not on my sitting bone, but that in-between area. And I'm sitting here and I'm breathing. In with the nose and out with the mouth. We're trying to focus on relaxing and blooming and blossoming our breath into this area. Breathing in with the nose and out with the mouth. Visually, you could think about your diaphragm and your pelvic floor. So you could think about your diaphragm as a dome here. And when we breathe in, our diaphragm naturally wants to widen and go down a little bit because our lungs are filling up with so much air. When that widens and goes down, our abdominal contents relax a little bit, and our pelvic floor, which is another dome facing the opposite direction as our diaphragm, is going to widen and go down as well. Thinking of it relaxing down into the prop on that breath in. On our breath out, we're exhaling. There's a gentle lifting sensation. Inhale, we inhale down into the prop. Play with where it's placed, where it feels good for you. And then exhaling. There's a gentle wrapping of our core. So sometimes the back of our pelvic floor can get quite tight and grippy, especially if we're stressed, if our pelvis is in a more tucked under position, or if we're turned out. So thinking about relaxing, widening, letting go is really beneficial. Let's go one more breath here. And out. When you're ready, tip onto the bum cheek that doesn't have the prop. Remove the prop and then just feel how it feels on your 2 sides. Is there a change that has occurred? Hopefully there's a sensation of widening, spreading, letting go, and relaxation. Let's try the other side. So again, not on the sitting bone, not on the tailbone, but that in-between area. And right away, this side feels very different for me. So when you're ready, think about sending your breath into the prop. Perhaps you're taking note at what's going on in your shoulders. Are we feeling tense? Are we holding ourselves off of the prop? Can we do the best we can to relax into the prop? Exhaling. Perhaps the longer that you are here, the easier it is for you to relax, let go, create space, just with the tactile connection of the prop into your posterior or back of your pelvic floor. Good. I can start to feel some changes here, which is great. Breathing in and out. Really good. Let's go one more breath here. and out. When you're ready, tipping onto your other side of your pelvis to remove the prop and just feel the changes perhaps that have occurred in that short little bit of time. You can either stay with just doing those 2 points, or if you want a little bit more overall opening of your pelvic floor, we are going to take the prop. And if you take your hands for a moment and make a diamond shape, think of your 2 pointer fingers together as your pubic bone, your thumbs together as your tailbone, and the 2 little webbing parts of your hands as your sitting bones. And I want you to think about placing the prop in the center of that area. So not on the tailbone, sitting bones, or 2 tailbone, pubic bone, or 2 sitting bones, but that musculature in the center. It will be a little bit more intense, not gonna lie. But since we did both sides first, it should be a little bit easier. For me, I'm feeling it. I'm using my hands a little bit. So do what you need to do to try and settle into this position. Notice what feelings come up for you when you are here. Is it a feeling of stress, anxiety, tension, fear, or does it feel welcomed? Are we feeling safe and able to be here? Breathe. Do what you need to do. Send your breath into the prop. Notice how it feels in your hips. My hands are not quite ready to be off of the floor yet. Breathe. Settle into it. Allow yourself to drop into your pelvis, to breathe and relax. Very good. Dropping into it, I'm on another world. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, tipping to either side, whatever it is, to take the prop out. And just feel how it feels now. The left, right, and center parts of your pelvic floor. Bringing your awareness to that area. When do we think about our pelvic floor? Our pelvic floor supports the weight of our pelvic organs, which are our uterus, bladder, and rectum. If we are perhaps in a not more optimal alignment of our pelvis, that can put weight and pressure on our pelvic floor with the weight of our pelvic organs, which can be uncomfortable. So trying to find an optimal place so then we can have support for our pelvic organs as well as optimal breath. So let's take 3 nice deep cleansing breaths here, thinking about our rib cage expanding. That diaphragm is widening and going down a little bit. Pelvic floor is feeling that nice relaxation. The exhale is that gentle pulling up. 2 more. Inhale, widening, going down. Relaxing. Exhale is that gentle lift. Once more. Good. And then exhaling. All that air out. Very good. Thank you for joining me for today's little pelvic floor release with our little prop. I hope you practice it as much as feels needed for you and that you are feeling better after this simple practice.